Hello, good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm usually not on Thursday, so welcome. Come on in. Say hi when you get here. My name's Lisa. This is my page, Junque Too Joyful, and today I am being streamed into Craft Round the Clock, so we are going to get moved over shortly. Tracy's going to get us in. Liz is finishing up. She made an adorable snowman, and we're moving into Halloween. So she did something winter, Christmassy. I'm doing Halloween. So good morning, Tracy. Thank you, my friend. I hope you had a wonderful last week, and we appreciate all that you do. And if you're not following Craft Around the Clock, make sure you hit that follow button. Tracy makes sure every day, Monday through Friday, there is a bunch of creatives for your inspiration. And if you miss any, she makes it easy. Hit that featured button at the top and you will see everyone that's been on for the day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Good morning, Mona. Good morning, Stacy. Thank you, everyone. We're doing a little Halloween today. If you saw my teaser, I put a photo up not that long ago. Good morning, Anita. And I've done a bunch of pumpkins for fall. It is now October, and I've had this since last fall. I believe I got it TJ Maxx or Michael's. I can't remember which one. Junque Junkie, wood, signs, and more. Well, welcome. I haven't seen you before. I will have to go check out your page. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Pam. Thank you, everyone. Good morning. So this I got last year. Didn't have time to get it done. We're gonna do something today. So all I've done, because it's a resin material, I just spray painted the entire piece, so this will not get done in 45 minutes today. This is gonna be probably a two-parter, and I will probably finish it up tomorrow. Good morning, Patty. Hello, neighbor. That is right. Hope you're doing well. So I just spray painted the entire thing with my Rust-Oleum. Now I'm going to come in with my chalk paint. We're going to focus mostly on just the hat today. So I'm going to make a mixture of my plaster and my cashew, and I'm going to paint the rim of the hat. I think I'm going to do stripes around the rim of the hat. I'm going to do a texture on the buckle with a little tissue paper and Mod Podge, and then I'm going to paint the hat with black chalk paint. And I've got these. This is what I've been tearing my room apart for all of my spiders. So I finally found a blue. Is that purple? A purple and an orange. Not sure which one, but I'm thinking a spider web somewhere, and put this little ring on there. Looks like it will be cute. Thank you. I'm hoping. It's going to take me a couple days, but let's get started. So I'm going to get the bottom. Actually, you know what? Let me get the texture. Let's get the texture going on. Let me make sure I got my comments pulled up. So I'm going to have Craft Around the Clock comments on my phone, and then my group up on my iPad. Love geometric designs. I love Harlequins. I love polka dots, stripes, all the above. I'm just gonna take gift wrap tissue paper. If you've I know a lot of people have done this leather textured look before. Good morning, Cynthia. Thank you for being here. And all I'm gonna do, just wrinkle it up, and it's gonna give that leather appearance. Haven't decided if the belt around this hat is going to be brown or black. So that might be the last thing to paint. So I don't know if it'll get done today, but we are going to get our water pen. I'm just going to show you how I did this buckle right here, that little portion, just to see how it would look. So all I did, I took my straight edge. Harlequin is my favorite. Yes, it is. And I'm not good at drawing. It is a process if you hand draw Harlequins. It is a big math puzzle to draw that out. They have, I don't know about you, but they have many, many stencils out there. That's what I like to use. I have stencils in many different sizes. So I just took that straight edge, lined it up. If you can see, I know it's all one color here. We're adding texture to make a leather belt. And then I'm taking my water pen right at the edge. And let's see, I'm just gonna follow that all the way around. And if it's not perfect, that's okay, no worries. Looks like a fun project. I'm hoping, Pamela, I've been staring at this thing. I didn't know what I wanted to do last year. I got it on clearance at the end of the season, and by that time, I was like, I'm done with Halloween. Good morning, Bonnie. Thank you for being here. Another Michigander. If you guys are new here, I'm in Michigan. Drop in the comments where you're from. I have not seen a water pen. You can get these, I believe it's in the Fine Arts, where I found it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. If you're lucky, they have, it's a 2-pack or a 1-pack. I don't know. I haven't seen it at Dollar Tree, but I've been told that they have it at Dollar Tree. And then, of course, Amazon always has them as well. Central Texas. Well, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing today? How is your week? We are, I feel like this week is going fast. Fall has definitely, thank you for the hearts, fall has definitely arrived. I think it was 40s or 50s this morning. So we might warm up to the low 70s if we're lucky. I haven't looked at my weather today, but Dollar Tree has them. Yes, I've seen them on the rare occasion, but I had already bought mine at Michael's. I believe that's where I got it. And I should probably grab one, but this has lasted me. I gotta tone down the spending, you know what I mean? If I bought the 4-pack at Michael's, so I really didn't need another one when I finally saw it at Dollar Tree. But they do have them there, in with that craft aisle. All right, so we're just gonna Mod Podge that on. So it is just a strip. Is it perfect? No, but that's all right. Dollar General. Oh, yes, I haven't been there in a while, but you are correct. I think I have seen them there. So they have them many, many places. If you don't have a water pen, not to worry, because you can use just a paintbrush dipped in water. Here are my daily prayers, my friend. Oh yes, Cynthia, of course. We're just going to take a moment and say a prayer for everyone that is in need. If you have prayers in the silence of your heart that you don't have to share in the comments, but just know if you've got prayers, we are thinking of you, we are praying for you, and of course everyone, the Appalachian Mountains, Asheville, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, just know that we are thinking of you. What is fall? 78 now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, that was probably, well, we did have 90s. We had that Indian summer that came in September. So I'm just putting on some Mod Podge and pressing down this tissue paper. And all these wrinkles are going to be left behind because a good old leather belt is all wrinkled, right? Watercolor, yes, I think it's the same thing, isn't it? The watercolor brush? I think it is. Now, right here, I'm just going to pull up. If I went off a little bit, just going to clean my edge up, fold up the edge, because I'm going to do my stripes down here. Yes, prayers for all in need. God knows what you need. All you got to do is ask. Say your prayers, ask, and He will provide. But is anyone know anyone that's been in where the hurricanes hit. I was watching yesterday on, I think it was Twitter, or X, whatever that new app is, and the pure devastation, I cannot even believe it. What they have gone through, I can't even imagine. And to not even know that a hurricane was going to hit there, because that's not something that typically, flooding in the mountains, when has that ever been heard of, right? I just was kind of glued to it yesterday watching after I had gotten the kids all picked up and did dinner last night and was checking in and watching, and I couldn't believe it. But the heroic of the citizens that live in that community or the nearby communities, I think they were sending, because all of the roads are out. I'm not good with what roads are in that area. All I know I've seen is I-26 and I-40 are out. So people are stuck up in the mountains. I know it is heartbreaking, Pam, absolutely. The stories that I've seen, and people cannot get in. My heart just goes out. Babies needing food, people with medical issues that are running low on supplies, but the people with their own helicopters that have been going in and rescuing people, they have mules that are loaded up with supplies, and there are citizens in the area that are taking mules up the mountains to deliver water and food, and it is just amazing how people come together when those are in need. And right when you think the world is what the world is, there is still the goodness and kindness in people's hearts. Just floors me. But we're just going to keep them all, the rescuers, the people providing supplies. People are driving down with truckloads of supplies. There's all kinds of stuff going on with that. If you've seen any of it, you guys know. I'm not going to go into the deets on that, but we are thinking of everyone for sure. All right, so I think that's all I want to do on that band. So what do you guys think? This is going to be black and cream. This is going to be black. What color belt should I do? I could either do a black, like the top of this hat. Let me show you here. You can see all of that texture. That is just tissue paper and Mod Podge. And then the buckle, I'm going to do gold. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn either way. Oh, Teresa, it is heartbreaking. Makes me more thankful for what I have before. Absolutely. You know, possessions are just possessions, and lives cannot be replaced. Storms are so devastating. It's heartbreaking to me. Everyone is in my prayers. I know, I hear ya. Red belt. Oh, a red belt. A red belt. I don't know if I will have to see. The belt is going to be my last thing that I'm going to do. And we will take a poll. I just got my plaster and my cashew, and all I'm doing, pulling up, and making, you guys have seen me do that before, just a toned down white. And that is going to be this whole brim. So far we have a red belt. I was thinking black or brown, so we have black, brown, or red as options. So whenever I paint something that is plastic or this resin, I mean, chalk paint would be good, but I always start with a base of my Rust-Oleum ×2 in heirloom white. If it was metal, you can go right with your chalk paint because that will adhere well. I just like that assurance when you're going through all the work to change it up. I don't want to have to redo it. It's that ceramic piece. It's a resin. It's very lightweight. I got this, it was in a TJ Maxx bag, but I swear I thought I saw this at Michael's. And maybe Michael's had their version of it, but It was just tucked over in my side in a TJ Maxx bag. What color was it before? It was brown. It was brown. The whole hat was black. The pumpkins were orange. The belt was brown. And then the top of the hat was black. But we got to add some interest to it. We can't just leave it like that, right? We got to add some design to it. I thought about checking it, but I think I want to keep this simple up here. Do the texture of the belt, and then just do stripes on the rim. Okay. This is just to provide you with some inspiration so that when you do this, it gives you kind of an idea of things you could do. You could paint it, you could decoupage. Sky's the limit. This is very easy to cover with paint. Just let your creativity go. Hello, Terry. Thank you for watching. We're making over a book stack. I was thinking of doing more on part 2 will be the books, if not finishing up the hat as well. But I was thinking of putting more of that tissue paper on the bindings of the books, which that's not the bindings, there's the bindings, and kind of make them look like that old, the Reader's Digest books, like that old book. All right, almost done. I don't know what I'm doing with the pumpkins yet. I think a couple, in my mind, when I looked at this, I thought a couple could be orange, and then one I could do the squares on it, or do squares on one of the pumpkin stripes. I really don't know yet. This is an evolving. Sometimes the projects that turn out for me the best is when I just have a loose idea of what I want to do, and then it just kind of transforms as you go. Hello, Crafty Queen. I loved your project today. Thank you for sharing that with us. So now I just want to get under this hat here. I don't know if I'm going to do gold on the underside, but might as well get some chalk paint on it. So what's everyone got going on today? What's going on in your neck of the woods? We've got swim practice, piano practice in the evening. I thought she wanted to go watch her friends at the high school for tennis, my younger one. But now she says no. Good morning, Sybil. Thank you for being here. So my days are usually busy once, as anyone who's got kids, once they get out of school. And it is the nonstop food. They are 14 and 16. So now that she's driving to swim practice, I feel like after they get home from school, I'm in the kitchen making an after, because she leaves at 4:20 for swim. So I'm in there getting her something to eat before practice. She's there 3 hours, and then I'm feeding the rest of us here, and then she comes in around 8:20 at night, starving, so then she's getting her next meal. You can't keep them fed. Where about in Ontario, Pam? I have family in Windsor, Toronto, and I know this is not Ontario, but in BC, British Columbia. No, Vancouver. I'm like, I feel like, which I think is all right there, but my husband is Canadian, grew up in the Windsor area, so his parents, everyone is still there. Hello, Mona. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Sorry if I'm missing comments on one page or the other. Launch the love. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Pat. If you see my friends, you can come in on your business page, Pat. If you see my friends on here and you have not seen them before, go ahead, check out their page. You never know where your next inspiration will come from. And everyone here in this group brings, it is a resin, Joe. It is a resin material. It's super lightweight. Everyone brings a different piece of creativity with them, and you will find inspiration morning to night, Monday through Friday, and then there's events typically on weekends. So there is literally one-stop shopping for all of your crafting inspirational needs. All right, so if you're just coming on, I spray painted this entire hat before I came on because, 45 minutes is not enough time. So then I spray painted with this. I added tissue paper with Mod Podge on the belt to give that texture. And now we're going to paint the top. And I'm just going to use a folk art chalk paint in black. Just because I feel like a witch's hat is black. So that's what I'm going with. So let me lay this down. And this has dried. Spray painted it as soon as I got home this morning. I had a couple ideas. I'm always a last minute. I have plenty of things here that I could do, but I have to feel like what I feel like doing that day. Thank you, Unique. Thank you, Pat. And I almost did this, I don't know if it was an oil can. I couldn't decide if I wanted to turn that into a pumpkin or a scarecrow. So stay tuned for that. I thrifted that about a month ago and couldn't decide what I was going to do. So I got to narrow that down. So stay tuned for that idea. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate you guys doing all the things, liking, sharing, following, all that. It does wonders for our pages as creators because sometimes, we don't get pushed out into the Facebook world. So thank you. We appreciate it. And I know the hat was black to begin with, but it was just easier when I was spray painting instead of taping off the hat to just spray paint the whole thing and start over, start fresh. All right. And there is wrinkles, folds in this hat, and I could come in with a contrasting color and emphasize those as well. So has anyone decorated for Halloween yet? I have not. I don't do much. Now my kids aren't even going out this year. They went out last year trick-or-treating, but they told me that they are not. This is their first year that they are not going to go trick-or-treating. They said they want to pass out candy. I was like, oh my goodness. The tides have changed in our household. Because usually, I don't know about you guys, but when they were little, if my husband was home, he does work in the hospital. So he has long shift hours. So if he had a short shift and was home for Halloween, he would take the kids. Because here in Michigan, if it's Halloween night, you can almost guarantee we are going to have sleet, horrid rain, snow even on Halloween. And the kids are all in their costumes and they don't want to put winter coats on because it's covering up their costumes. So there is always someone that ends up getting sick from all the trick-or-treating in the wet, soggy clothes, the cold temperatures. I don't want any part of that. So I would always stay home and pass out the candy. And he would take them, and typically the dads took them around, at least in our neighborhood. And if you had a golf cart, you were the cool kid if you had to go around house to house on the golf cart. And some had trailers and they would pull a flatbed behind them and threw hay on it and then pull kids through the neighborhood. It was fun watching them do all that. But if he was working, I think one year my parents came when they were little. so that I could take them. It was so cold. Oopsies. And I think I might have worked one of them. I can't even. Surprisingly, you can't remember. All those years ago, right? But I know one year I did put out a bowl, and my older one might have been swimming, and I took the little one out. And I put a bowl out with a sign, please take one. And you have the Ring camera, so when they come to the front porch, you can see who takes more, but I'm fine with it. Kids, as long as they're not being mischievous and it's the end, near the end, not the first, you know what I mean. But, and I don't get upset if teenagers come trick-or-treating. Where did you get that hat? I got it it was in a TJ Maxx bag in my storage closet. So either TJ Maxx a year ago or Michael's. So if anyone knows where, it was one of those places. But if a group of teenagers come by wanting candy, there are so many worse things that they could be out doing that doesn't bother me. I'm fine with it. As long as they are being respectful, letting the little kids up there first. All right, I think I'm done with that. So the stripes on the bottom, we are coming along. I'm thinking of a spider web with some glitter glue. This will be an evolving project. It's a big one. Does anyone have this hat? Let us know in the comments. Where you got it? TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Michael's. One of those. It's pretty much only where I shop. And Dollar Tree. This was not a Dollar Tree. I know that. So we're still waiting on a color of a hat, or the belt, sorry. I'm looking at Utah, also in Utah. We lived in Nebraska our lives until we moved, whoops, there we go, Texas, 2 years ago, and you never knew what the, absolutely. That weather is so unpredictable. I think I took pictures, our patio, I swear it was hail, but it was so much snow, if not last year or the year before, that our patio furniture we did not put away yet was covered with snow on Halloween night. It might have been last year, I'm thinking. I even went out one year and bought clear rain ponchos to wear over, because it was a little warmer, but it was raining. I bought clear ponchos to wear over their costume. Nope. They wanted no part of it. All right, so if you're just coming on, I did a cream color on the rim. I'm going to do the stripes now. I added tissue, crinkled up Mod Podge tissue on that belt all the way around. The buckle will be gold. I painted black up there. Now let's draw in our stripes all the way around. Mustard, oh, I like that color. Mustard or maybe burnt orange. All right, let me find where my front is. I think the buckle will be the front. So I'm just gonna use straight. The rounded edge is not gonna work. All right, I'm just gonna draw that up. I'm just gonna divide and divide and divide. So that's my center there. I'm gonna go center here. and then cut that half and a quarter. If you've cut pies, pizzas, it's that same kind of effect. So now I took the rim, divided it into 4. So now I'm going to take each quarter and cut that in half. So then I will end up, and I always just look between my 2 lines, get the center, get my straight edge up. So then the 4 will become 8. So right here, and that's right where my pumpkins are. 1 more. Now if you want wide stripes, you could end there. Copper be a buckle color. I might have copper, absolutely. I think I do. Let me see. I've got a rich espresso, I have a worn penny, and I have a bright copper. I do have a copper. All right, so I went 4 to 8. I think I'm gonna go again. So then each chunk, I'm gonna divide that in half. Good morning, Pamela. We are just making over a witch's book stack hat. And I think that will be the perfect size. So I will end up with 16 stripes. So you want your even number so that you can do every other color. If you had an odd number, you would end up with 2 colors being the same right next to each other. That would not work. So a little bit of math involved, but you guys can do it. And then I'll always count just to make sure before I get started. All right, so let me go back to the front. I see a part 2 next. You got it, Patty. Because I got what, less than 10 minutes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, so I think where this pumpkin is on there, I'm going to keep that white. So I'm going to go every other, just to make that easy for me where the pumpkin was, and hopefully I don't have much painting to do around it. One that I have to get around. You can see I do it in pencil, easy to erase, and then let me grab my black. 12 minutes. So much left to do. I probably need 2 hours in 12 minutes, right? Thank you, Irma. I could have started early and got to this point, but I wanted you guys to see the process and just know that there will be a part 2, most likely tomorrow. I will finish it, but it's always there in replay. If you ever want to go back and check and see. So now I'm just gonna come right in, take my paintbrush right up on that line that I just drew. If I go over, no big deal. Just kind of fix it up. Straighten it up if you can. There we go. I don't know what I'm going to do on the underside, but just my black stripes all the way around. I thank you for telling people hi this morning. I like when you guys have your conversations in the comments. We have a big swim meet this weekend. If you guys can keep my girl in your prayers. She's only been back swimming, I think August 26th was her full time back in the pool. If you've followed me, you've known she's been swimming on a swim team since 2nd grade. She's She's now in 11th grade, and she had a big fall injury last March, and her first swim meet of the season, her high school season this year, was exactly 6 months from her fall and surgery date. And she is amazing. I can't even believe all that she's gone through and that she's back. And is there times where they were before? No, but she's swimming and she will get there. And give her a hill to climb, something to prove, and she will do it. So they have a big, for our county meet this weekend, and she's got, I think they have 2 individual that they can swim, and she's on both relays. So we are going to be, we're going to be busy with that. She's in 11th grade. 9th grade, she was the 100-yard breaststroke champion, and she did the 200 IM as well, and she was second place by like a fingernail. So she's doing those same events, her individual events. For this one, she didn't do high school last year. She was focused on her club team, and trying to tell her it's okay if you don't have the time that you swam last time. It's just remarkable that you are even back in the pool swimming close to those times, and that no matter the outcome, you should be very thankful with what you've done and what you've overcome. And just know this journey is not over, and it might take the season, which ends in March, till you get back to where you left off. High school's done next month, but her club swim goes through March. So we'll see. She is one determined lady. I'll have to watch the rest on replay. My husband is getting out a light I need to paint. All right, no worries. Replay is always available. We love when you guys come back and watch on replay. But thank you for being here. How is that so far? I'm almost thinking either that mustard, I don't know if, just because I'm going to be running out of time, where is, if I do the hat in like an antique gold, or the belt in an antique gold, that is what I'm perplexed on. Or do I do it brown, just like how it was before, but now it's got texture with the tissue paper? I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes, she is, Cynthia. Thank you. Kids are resilient. Yes, they are. And she had the best doctor to do her surgery, and all things worked the way they were supposed to work. And I hate to say, but the injury was, they say all things happen for a reason. I hate to think she was supposed to have that, but the people that fell in line to take care of her, I couldn't have asked for a better team. And her coaches, her high school coach and her club coach, are doing great working with her. They don't treat her any different, but know when to stop pushing her. But she does not like to be treated any different. Cypress Designs, good morning. 6 minutes, Patty. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I got done a lot more than what I thought I would get done. But replay will be available. I always post a picture when it's done. Just make sure when you're doing your lines, you're covering those pencils. All right. I gotta figure out an under color. If I paint under solid black, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing there yet, but that is so far where we got. Let's work on this belt. So we've got brown. I could do black, but I feel like I need a contrast color, or I've got this mustardy antique gold. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, because the pumpkins, I could do squares on 2 of them, 1 of them orange, just so you know what color is going to be next to that belt. Good morning, Donna. Trying to dry this black up down here before I do paint. And then the next thing would be the books, mustard gold. All right. I was kind of leaning towards that. Might even mix a bit of umber into it. Need my turntable. It's on the floor behind me. That's what I need. All right, let me grab, I think I want to mix, where's my, there it is. I don't have much in that one. Pardon me. Sorry, getting right up in your face there. Let's grab another plate. Oh my goodness, we got 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So let's grab some burnt umber. Yes, mustard, I know. I'm doing like a little tone effect, so it's not all this burnt umber. Let me shake this up a bit, or you know what I mean, antique gold, which is like a mustard. So I've got burnt umber and my antique gold. Let me grab, because you know none of my brushes are clean, you guys. I got to do that today. Let's see if I can get this one clean. Thank you, everybody. The color of your pumpkin behind you. The orange, terracotta. Let me start with what I got here. If that doesn't look good, it's just paint. I always use turntables when painting big. Yes, I should have pulled it out, but I did not do that today. So I'm going to grab, and let's see if we like this, my antique gold, burnt umber. Let's just see. Let's just see if we like it. And it's just giving me a little darker edge. And then kind of fill in right there. So we're just double loading. It's hard to see this upside down. Might have to go back and touch up some of that black. What do you guys think for that belt? Let me know. Good morning, Craft Crazy Company. Thank you for being here. We got 2 more minutes. What do you think on this burnt umber and antique gold? Or should I do an orange? Good morning, Alexandria. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This is one of my favorite days of the week when I am in Craft Around the Clock. You guys are always so supportive. You like it. Thank you, Cynthia. I don't know who's after me. I'm going to say, did I look earlier? I think I just looked to see who I was after. You don't know who is coming on after me, but you guys know it is going to be something amazing, something to inspire you to get creative. And just know we appreciate each and every one of you. And if you have prayers, something's going on in the silence of your heart, just know that we will cover each and every one of you with prayers for God's healing. Pray for those in the Appalachian Mountains area, Georgia, Florida, Asheville, all the things. Just, I hope for God's healing. I hope everyone to come together. Those that need rescue are rescued and lives saved. Thank you, Jennifer. So here is where we are at so far. So the hat, probably 80% done. I'm going to finish that belt buckle. You can see the wrinkles on it from the tissue paper. And I'll get the pumpkins done. A part 2, I'll be on tomorrow at 11. And maybe I'll finish the hat because I have a spider to put on, some spider webs, and do the books. So thank you for being here. If you like what you see and you're not following, I'd appreciate you hitting that follow button, as well as Craft Around the Clock. And have a blessed, wonderful day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.